Hello, everybody. Welcome to Maybe Gymnasium here on the beautiful campus of Our Lady of the Lake University, here on the west side of San Antonio, just outside downtown San Antonio. Mike Thompson here with you. This non-conference matchup here between your Saints, Our Lady of the Lake University, and Shriner University. And this will be the second to last conference matchup, non-conference matchup. Last one is going to be on October 30th. When they will head over to Kerrville and take on Shriner over at their place. Saints are 11-2 all-time against Shriner. Shriner is 6-3 and 2-7 overall right now, or 2-7 in the Southern Collegiate Athletic Conference of NCAA Division III. As the Saints right now on the season are in a three-way tie for first place in the Red River Athletic Conference. They are 13-3 overall, 6-1 in conference play, along with Wiley and Houston Tillotson. Saints were able to come away with some big victories after the loss to Wiley, coming away with a victory in 3 sets against Paul Quinn, winning in 4 sets at the University of Southwest after the Saints had to turn around and leave after the Paul Quinn game to head on the 7-hour bus drive to the University of the Southwest, where they had a noon start time there and was able to come away with the win. As the Saints had that back-to-back game after a home game and then a travel game after that for the second time this year. Saints the only team that have had to make that drive after a home game over to Southwest. Everyone else has had a little space in there of a day for travel, but the Red River scheduling not friendly to the Saints volleyball team this year. As again, the Saints get ready for this one here against Shriner University. As the Saints, we see the return of Anissa Thomas, who's back in the lineup after a foot injury. And good to see her back. The Saints will still be without Bailey Hubbard and Tiana Kruta for this matchup. But Anissa Thomas will be a lot of help there from the center spot for the Saints, where Anissa Rivetta did a great job filling in, as Anissa Rivetta playing sort of a dual role as she did a few years ago when another Saints setter was injured and Rivera stepped in to fill in that role as well. Saints getting ready for the start of this one. We have the opening introductions going on right now. We'll take a break. We'll be back with set number 1 here. You're watching the Saints and Shriner on the Olu Saints Network and KSAT.com. And welcome back, everybody, to Maybe Gymnasium here on the beautiful campus of Our Lady of the Lake University. Mike Thompson here with you as the Saints get ready to take on the Mountaineers of Shriner University from Kerrville, down the road on I-10. So Reyes will be starting things off here from the serve from Shriner. We'll send it over there as Ketchens. Beffer getting the start there as Ravenna pushes it back towards the back line in the corner, puts it down, and the Saints will take a 1-0 lead here in this first set. So Kalani Ketchens to serve by Estero Sulchekian at the net. Ketchins over. Set up there by De Hoya. Sit back there by Laughlin. Beffer keeps it back as Maldonado will send it over and catch it just inside the line on the side there. And 2-0 Saints with the lead here in set number 1. Back over, punched up there. And again, Laughlin will send it long and the unforced error. And the Saints will take a 3-0 lead. Ketchins. The serve over. Is Laughlin there. Sneaks it over the top. Kept up by Beffer. Pushed over. Going to be 2 touches by Ballesteros. And the unforced error there. The violation of 3-1. And now coming up the serve is going to be Elledge, who sends it over. Beffer across to Ballesteros. Ballesteros pushes it back. Kept up by De Hoya. Estrada, Beffer back, Rivera. Rivera blocked at the net. There again, Beffer able to keep it alive. Rivera over. Nice point going. Elledge sends it. That's going to be sent long past the corner there by Schiller. And a 4-1 lead here for the Saints now. So Natalie Fazio will come in, Beffer will come out, and Rivera back to serve. And not able to come over the net. A service error by Rivera as it kind of caught the net and it kind of teased it like it was going to come over and then said nope and popped down. So the service error in 4-2 now the score in favor of Schreiner. As Coronado to serve for the Mountaineers. Coronado's serve is over. Marquez with it. Rivera sets up Fazio. Fazio underhands it. Cannot keep it in. Goes past the line. Point for Schreiner. 4-3. As Coronado again with the serve here. Alexis Coronado Jr. out of Laredo. We'll send that up and over. Marquez. Rivera pushes back. And Maldonado kind of mistimed the jump. Had to come back and bump it over. Laughlin over, kept alive there, dug up by Marquez. Rivera sends it back. Estrada will send it, Esparza will send it over. Coronado sets up. That goes over the net there by Sotelo, and that's going to be a point for Schreiner. We're going to be tied at 4 now. First tie since 0-0. As Coronado to serve again. Coronado over. Marquez sets up Fazio, and that's going to go right into the hands, and a good job just to push it back over. It's dug up again there by Flores. And going into the net, going to be actually sent over and high and out, and so the point for the Saints. So Journey Dimas to serve here. As the Saints take the lead back at 5-4. And that's into the net, service error. So we're tied at 5. And Laughlin will serve now. And Combs will check in for Schreiner. Marquez. Rivera sets up for Ballesteros. Ballesteros, unforced error, and Schreiner will take their first lead here at 6-5. Laughlin kept off the floor there nicely by Maldonado, sent over by Marquez. Coronado across over to Combs. Combs sends it up. Now Rivera. Rivera sets up, and coming from the back line comes Maldonado. Rivera again after the block and puts it back now over the top. There is Esparza. Coming back the side, Marquez. Rivera sets back Fazio. Fazio blocking error, point Saints. We're tied at 6. So Alyssa Marquez will serve. Marquez 5 service aces the other night against Paul Quinn. One shy of the team record, or tied the team record. Laughlin, Coronado, That's pushed over the top. Dug up nice there by Marquez. Esparza back around now. Coronado set up, and that's going to be a violation as called on Ketchens. Didn't see what she did, but a point for Schreiner, down 7-6. And the serve over by Flores. Rivera pushes back over to Fazio. Blocked back and blown up at the net by Combs and Eldridge. As Flores served again, a 2-point advantage here, the largest advantage for Schreiner here in this match. Maldonado. Rivera sets up as Ketchens, and that's punched back there by Coronado into the net. Point Saints. Saints back to within one now, trailing 8-7 here, set number one. So Fazio to serve now. Natalie Fazio, senior from Plano, Texas, will go into the net. So 3 service errors here in this first set for the Saints. And that'll give Schreiner a 2-point advantage as Beffer will check back in. And around the serve is going to be De Hoya. Freshman from San Antonio, and that's going to be a service error right back the other way for Schreiner. Saints again back to within one. It's coming up as Amanda Esparza now to serve for the Saints. Trying to tie it up here. De Hoya sets up over the top and down and good there for Eldridge. And again, a 2-point advantage for Schreiner. As Reyes will check in. Reyes will serve. As coming out will be Combs for Schreiner. Reyes, a sophomore also from San Antonio, comes up with the serve up and over. Marquez. Beffer sets on the side over to Maldonado. Off the fingertips at the net. Kept alive. Pushed back and now popped over there by Schiller. Beffer sneaks it over, but Flores there for the nice dig. Sets up De Hoya, and that's going to be blocked there at the net as trying to put it down was dry. There was dry. Yeah, it was dry, and so it's going to go point for the Saints here, trailing by 1. Kalani Ketchens, and again into the net. So 4 of the last 5 first serves for a Saints server has gone into the net. And so a 2-point advantage here for Schreiner. 4th service error for the Saints. Beffer pushes up Rivera. Rivera over the top, punch back there. Marquez around. Rivera puts it back and not able to grab the dig is Reyes. And point there for the Saints from Anissa Rivera. Saints again back to within 1 now. Trailing 11-10. Fazio check back in at the net, and Anissa Rivera to serve. Rivera, the senior from El Paso, finally will get one over the net. De Hoya, and that's blocked at the net by Ballesteros and Fazio, and point for the Saints. We're tied at 11. So Rivera now to serve. Up and over. That's Flores. De Hoya sets back as that's Schiller able to get it there off the blocking error, and Schreiner will take the lead back. That is going to bring in Coronado and Sotelo for Schreiner. As Coronado will serve. So Coronado serve. Back is Marquez. Rivera pushes all the way over to Ballesteros. Sent long and out by Laughlin, and the point for the Saints, and we're going to be tied at 12. So Dimas will check in. So Dimas in to serve. Service error her last time up. And that's up and over. Kept up there by Flores as Laughlin. Rivera, Marquez, as Esparza will send it back. Coronado sets up And Sotelo is going to find the back and not able to return. There's Dimas, and a point for Schreiner. They're back up by 1 at 13-12. So Combs will come in now. Reyes will come out. And Laughlin in to serve. Kayla Laughlin. That's from San Antonio. Fazio. And that's kept up by Coronado. Flores. Sotelo. And not able to get a good return on that. And a point for Schreiner. Again, back up by 2. Serve there from Laughlin, and that's going to be a service error. Second for Schreiner. And the Saints back to within 1 here. So Ketchens will check back in. Marquez will serve. Marquez will send it over. Laughlin. Coronado pushes around to Combs. Off the fingertips. Maldonado's Marquez, and not going to able to get a return there. And so a 2-point advantage again for Schreiner. So Flores to serve. Flores' serve is over. Marquez digs it up. Rivetta over to Ketchens. Ketchens blocking air off the net. Coming off the hands there of Sotelo. And point for Saints. Saints back again to within 1. Natalie Fazio to serve. So Fazio here. Sends it back. And a miss hit there. And not able to get it. It's going to be a service ace for Natalie Fazio. And she is the team leader in that category. 32 now in the season. Actually, we'll double check that in a second. Fazio, serve as we're tied at 15. Into the net. Second service error. She also leads the team in that category as well. So 1-point lead for Schreiner here at 16-15. Beffer will check back in. Fazio comes out. Coming in is De Hoya. Actually, I'm sorry, Schiller and De Hoya. De Hoya with a serve. Maldonado. Beffer pushes around over to Ketchens with a lot of power, and nothing De Hoya can do with that one. Third kill for Ketchens, and we're tied at 16. That will help the attack percentage for the Saints. Right now, 125 here in this first set, and 0-48 for Schreiner, and another service error. Number 6 now here in this first set. So Reyes now to serve. Reyes serves it back, Marquez. Beffer pushes back Rivetta. Rivetta, and that's going to be a point for the Saints off the fingertips there at the net of Laughlin and of Eldridge. And we're tied at 17. Sadie Ballesteros back in. Ketchens will serve. Ketchens serve over. Pushed up there by Flores. De Hoya over to Laughlin, and Laughlin, as that ball just kind of died and hit the floor, and point for Schreiner again. They're back up by 1, 18-17. So Elledge to serve. As Beffer pushes back Rivetta. Kept alive by Reyes, hits the rafter, just punched over by De Hoya. Beffer pushing now as Ballesteros hits. And a 2-point lead for Schreiner at 19-17. Elledge to serve. On the top, Marquez. Ballesteros. Now Rivetta puts it off the fingertips, kept alive by Elledge. Push back there into the net, and push back over again. Marquez. Beffer sets up Rivetta. Rivetta blocked at the net. Beffer across now over to Maldonado. Kept alive by De Hoya. Comes back, pushed back and over by Schiller. 2 touches by Schiller, and point for the Saints as they now trail by 1, 19-18. Here to Schreiner. Beffer out. Natalie Fazio is in as Anissa Rivetta to serve. Rivetta over. Kept alive by Reyes. De Hoya pushes over to Laughlin. Rivetta back Fazio. Fazio is Reyes. De Hoya. Laughlin again. Over the top of the net. Dug up by Maldonado. Rivetta. Fazio puts it back. Reyes. De Hoya. Back around, and that one knocked over by Schiller. Kept alive Saints. Rivera. Fazio. Missed on the jump. Comes down. Punch back over there by De Hoya. Back again, Maldonado. Maldonado will find the back corner point. Saints tied at 19. 19 all the score. Rivetta to serve. Over the top. Flores. De Hoya. And not making the jump there is Cassiano. And that'll be a timeout as the Saints will take their first lead since 3-2. Well, I'm sorry, 4-3, as we will take a break as you were watching Saints volleyball on the Olu Saints Network and KSAT.com. And welcome back to Maybe Gymnasium as the Saints with a 1-point lead over Schreiner University here in this non-conference matchup between the NAIA and NCAA Division III. As Anissa Rivetta to serve. Rivetta with 3 kills and a dig tonight. Set up, De Hoya punched it over Marquez. Nice job just to get it back over the net. De Hoya back over to Laughlin. And Laughlin with a piece of it there from Marquez. So Coronado now to serve. Back around. Fazio blown up at the net though by Schreiner. Ballesteros. Nice dig there from Flores. Up and over. Soteo. Esparza. Rivera back deep. Will send it. Kept up by Reyes. Coronado sneaks it over. Rivera. Ballesteros. Punched up again by Flores. Laughlin up and over. Marquez. Another nice point here. Going Maldonado. Reyes. Coronado. Laughlin over. Marquez. Rivetta pushes around over to Maldonado. Maldonado pushes over the top. Coronado back. Esparza. Rivetta. Ballesteros puts it down. The marathon point ends with Ballesteros getting her first kill of the match. And the Saints taking a 1-point lead. So Dimas to serve. The serve over. Coronado pushes back as Laughlin. Nicely dug up there by Dimas. Esparza pushed back and blown up at the net by Castellano and Soteo. And we're tied at 21. So Laughlin to serve. Combs checks in. She'll be at the net for the Mountaineers. And that's pushed down Castellano, but not able to keep it alive as Maldonado sends it wide, and the lead goes to Schreiner now. 22-21. Over the top. Esparza back. Rivetta blocked at the net, kept alive by Fazio. Nobody came up for it. Fazio couldn't hit it again, and everyone expected her to hit it again, it looked like. So timeout called. Saints trailing 23-21. We'll take a break. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the Olu Saints Network and KSAT.com. And welcome back. Laughlin to serve. Saints trailing by 2, 23-21 here. Set number 1. Laughlin serve over. Rivetta sets there by Esteros over at the net. Point off the blocking error. And the Saints back to within 1, trailing 23-22. Ballesteros comes out, Catchings comes in. Marquez to serve. Marquez's serve is over. Flores. Coronado pushes over to Combs. Blocked at the net. Put back down. Pushed over the top by Esparza. Sotelo there. Fazio. Rivera sets up. Catchings over the top. Sotelo. Coronado. Combs pushes back. Point Saints. We're tied at 23. Esparza, a nice job getting there for that ball. Just not enough height to put anything with power there on it. So we're going to take another timeout, tied at 23. Schreiner calls this one. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the Olu Saints Network, KSAT.com. And welcome back. 23 all the score here at set number 1. As Alyssa Marquez to serve. She's helped bring the Saints back after they trailed by 2 just a moment ago. Flores changes her mind. Coronado back around Sotelo. Rivetta pushes up. Catchings has to reach for that one. And Flores now. Coronado back again as Combs puts that over. Fazio blocking error. Set point for the Saints. So Marquez now to serve. Serving for the set there as Coronado back over to Combs. Blocked back in. Point for the Saints. Set number 1. And we will take a break. Saints take it 25-23. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the Olu Saints Network at KSAT.com. And welcome back. Women and men's soccer will play in Austin tomorrow against Houston Tillotson, starting at 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock for the men. Softball will be in Temple, at Temple College, in a doubleheader on Saturday, October 12th. They will be here at, we'll take on, let me start this all over. Softball will take on Temple College in a doubleheader on Saturday, October 12th, here at the Olu softball field, starting at noon. Volleyball will host the University of the Southwest, 6 o'clock on Thursday. And for more updates on Saints activities, go to the website www.olusaintsathletics.com. And also follow the Saints on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and Twitter. Use the hashtag #OluVolleyball. As we get ready for the second set. As the Saints take that first one, exciting first one. Some marathon points in that one as well. Saints, both teams had to come back from deficits. The Saints come away with that first set. Saints 122 attack percentage in set number one. A 0 attack percentage for Schreiner. Three kills for Anissa Rivetta. And for Kalani Kitchens, team leader for the Saints. And 3 for Jacqueline Soteo for Schreiner. So Kitchens to serve here for the Saints, now serving from left to right. Here the second set, and service error number 7 now. So Marquez will check back in, Kitchens will come out. As Laughlin will serve. As Beffer, as that's kind of punched back in the net, sent over the top by Esparza. Coronado sets up Combs. Combs comes back for it. Esparza. Beffer back around Rivetta. Rivetta off the blocking error off of Cassiano. And point for the Saints. And we're tied at 1 apiece. And Anissa Rivetta now coming up to serve. Esfazio will check in. Esfazio, Ballesteros, and Maldonado up front. Rivera, Marquez, and Esparza back. Set there. Soteo comes in there, and Maldonado with the call on that one. And it's a 2-1 lead now in favor of Schreiner. Flores will send the serve over the top. Marquez. Rivera pushes around to Ballesteros. And back again over to Soteo, and that is going to go down. Soteo picking up her 5th kill now. 2 quick ones here, and gives Schreiner a 2-point advantage at 3-1. So Flores to serve. We'll send it up and over. Maldonado. Rivera pushes over to Ballesteros, and that's off the fingertips there at the night of Soteo and Eldridge, and not able to keep it alive. There's Schreiner at a point for the Saints, back to within 1 now. So Demas will come in to serve, and Maldonado will come out. The serve by Demas is over. Coronado pushes back over to Soteo, and Soteo will push it wide and point for the Saints. But we're tied at 3 here in set number 2. So 3-3 the score. As Demas to serve. Up over the top, Flores. Coronado pushes around over to Combs. Combs will get it past a diving Marquez, and Schreiner will take a 1-point advantage. Demas back out, and back in is Maldonado. So De Hoya's coming in, and also Schiller will come in for Schreiner. De Hoya to serve. Over the top there, Maldonado. Rivetta pushes there, and that's going to be put down by Ballesteros. And we're tied at 4. As Marquez now to serve. Marquez serve is going to go wide, and 8 is the number now of service errors here in the match. And that'll give Schreiner a 5-4 lead again. As Reyes to serve. Reyes up and over. It's Maldonado. Rivera back over to Fazio. Pushed up in the air by Schiller. Coming back and blocked at the net by Natalie Fazio. And it's going to be tied at 5 now. Beffer now to serve. Nicole Beffer. Getting a lot of playing time. The sophomore from San Antonio here with the injury to Anissa Thomas, who's not in. And maybe just letting her sit out just in case. And that's going to be put down by Laughlin. And it's now 6-5. Again, Schreiner with a 1-point advantage. Cassiano checks in. As Flores will come out, the libero, and now Elred. As that's going to be sent wide by Rivera, the unforced error, and a 2-point advantage for Schreiner. Elledge. Beffer pushes over to Rivera over the top. Kept alive there. Pushed back by De Hoya. Marquez. Beffer. Again, Esparza will just send it over. Esparza 2 touches and a 3-point advantage now for Schreiner. I believe that's their largest lead of the match now. Saints' largest lead was 3 also. Ketchens over. Back around, and that's going to go into the net there on the hit there from Schiller. And so 8-6, Saints trail by 2. So Amanda Esparza to serve. Ketchens, Rivera, and Maldonado at the net. De Hoya, actually it's Maldonado as that ball just drifted over the net and allowed Maldonado to put it down. The Saints back to within 1 now. Maldonado's second kill now. As Esparza to serve. 6 digs for Maldonado, for Esparza, I'm sorry. De Hoya back around. Laughlin and Marquez not able to handle that. And a point for Schreiner. Again, lead by 2. As Coronado and Sotelo will check back in now. Coronado to serve. Coronado over. Marquez. Beffer up to Ketchens, and Ketchens off the hands of Reyes. And the Saints back to within 1, trailing 9-8 now. It's Ketchens to serve. Ketchens' serve is over. Coronado pushes over. Sotelo. Beffer. Ketchens for Rivera. Off the fingertips of the defenders at the net. And the back line lets it go, and we're tied at 9. Ketchens to serve to try and give the Saints their first lead of the second set since 1-0. Over, and service error number 9. And that adds Laughlin now to serve. Laughlin's serve is over. Maldonado. Beffer sets up there. Rivera, that's going to go long. And back again to a 2-point lead for Schreiner. The serve over. Push back there, Rivera over the top there. Combs blocked up at the net. Marquez for Rivera. Rivera and a blocking error by Casiano. And the Saints back to within one here. So Rivera to serve. 6 kills for Rivera to service ace to add to it. Second ace of the match for the Saints. And we're tied at 11. Rivera over. As Coronado pushed back Sotelo, and it's a blocking error there on Maldonado. And Schreiner will take the lead back as the libero Flores will check back in. Flores with the serve over. Maldonado receives it. Pushed around over to Ballesteros. Blocking error off of Eldridge. And the Saints have tied it at 12. As Demas will come in to serve. And out comes Maldonado. Over the top there. Coronado pushes back Sotelo. Rivera. And that's kept alive there from Laughlin. Combs sends it over. Demas. Rivera sets up for Ballesteros. Off the attempted return by Laughlin. And the Saints will take the lead. 13-12 now. Coronado. It's Combs. Dug up by Marquez. Around over to Ballesteros. Flores with the dig. Now it's Combs. Sends it off the side, off the angle there. And now Rivera as Ballesteros just able to get it over now. Coronado around over to Combs. Another long net there at the and pushed over by Eldridge. And we're tied at 13. So De Hoya will check in. Also Schiller will check in. De Hoya will serve. Maldonado will check back in. And Demas will come out. De Hoya here with the serve. Up and over. And not able to get a return there. And the Saints will take the lead there off the shot from Sadie Ballesteros. As Marquez to serve. Marquez over. Flores. De Hoya pushes it up, and it's going to be a point as she carried it over. And the Saints will take the lead here, 14-13 now. Marquez to serve again. Ten digs for Marquez, and that service error is going to be number 10 now for the Saints. Saints lead by 1, 15-14 now as Reyes to serve. On the top. And not able to get the return there. And we're tied at 15. That's Reyes. Goes back to work here. Reyes 7 digs now tonight. And that one over nicely. Rivera sets up Kitchens, and Kalani Kitchens with kill number 4 now. And the Saints will lead it 16-15. Nicole Beffer will check in. Beffer will serve. Beffer's serve is up and over. De Hoya round over to Laughlin. Long point Saints. And the Saints have a little bit of cushion at 17-15 now. Beffer to serve again. De Hoya pushes it back as Reyes into the net. Unforced error. 3-point advantage for the Saints. Their largest lead since the first set. And a timeout called by Schreiner. will take it to Saints lead 18-15. You're watching Saints volleyball on the Olu Saints Network, ksat.com. And welcome back to Maybe Gymnasium here on the beautiful campus of Our Lady of Lake University. Saints with a 3-point advantage here against Shriner University. Second set, already up 1-0. Saints right now with a .381 attack percentage for this set. As Flores high, Doya sets up, and that's nicely dug up in the air there by Beffer. Rivera, Esparza back. Reyes, now De Hoya over to Schiller. Beffer sets back, Runo, 2 touches. So the Saints lead is at 2 now at 18-16. As Elledge to serve here. The serve up and over. Maldonado, Beffer pushes up, Ketchens, push back down. And so the block there. And the Saints lead is at 1. As Elledge to serve again. Over the top. Beffer pushes around Rivera. Rivera again, return back there. Maldonado, Beffer sneaks it over the top there. But ready for it was De Hoya. Scheller sends it, kept alive by Beffer. Ketchens over the top. And again, up and over. Beffer sets up Ketchens. Ketchens again. Mistimes the jump. Beffer again, and nobody goes back for that one. And we're tied at 18. So again, the serve here by Elledge. And service error, third one for Shriner, and the Saints take a 19-18 lead as Ketchens the serve. Ballesteros will come in, Marquez will come out. As Esparza actually will be serving here. As they're checking the rotation here. And now back in is Marquez for Sadie Ballesteros. Esparza's serve is over. De Hoya sets up Cassiano. Cassiano's going to go wide. Point Saints. 2-point advantage now at 20-18. Esparza to serve again. Up and over. De Hoya back around Schiller. Off the fingertips of the defenders at the net. Marquez back around. Maldonado blocked back down. Ketchens, Beffer. Now Rivera back over to De Hoya. Flores sets up Schiller. Schiller will send it back. Marquez there. Beffer around over to Maldonado. Blocked out. Blocking error on Schiller. 3-point lead for the Saints. So a timeout again for Shriner. Saints 21-18, up 1-0. You're watching Saints volleyball on the Olu Saints Network and ksat.com. And welcome back. Saints with a 21-18 lead here on the Mountaineers of Shriner University out of Kerrville, Texas in this non-conference matchup. Saints right now for the match, 179 attack percentage, 276 for this set. Shriner at a 0-1-3 attack percentage for the game and 0-3-1 for this set. Esparza to serve. As Sneed now in at the net for Shriner. Coming in after the timeout. And able to return it there. De Hoya over the top there. Catches. Beffer all the way across. Maldonado punches it over. De Hoya. Flores sets up. And that's going to be blocking error on the shot there from Laughlin. And Shriner will get the point, trailing now by 2. Soteo will check in. Coronado will check in. Coronado will serve. So Coronado's serve is up and over. Marquez. Beffer pushes back Rivetta. Blocked up there at the net, but stayed over. Point. Anissa Rivetta with kill number 8 now. And so Ketchens to serve here for the Saints. It's the latest 3 again. Coronado cross over to Soteo. Soteo will send it long. Point Saints. 4-point lead, the largest lead by either team in this match now. Ketchens to serve over. Flores digs it up. Back now, looking over to Laughlin. Ketchens there. Beffer around Maldonado at the net. And how that one was able to keep going, because Cassiano looked like she kind of like pushed it up with both hands there. They get away with one there, so it's going to be 23-20 now. Saints with a 3-point lead. As Cassiano and Shriner will catch a break from the officials on that one. Over the top there, Marquez. Beffer pushes across over to Ballesteros, and it's going to be on the line. Point. So a 4-point lead, and it's going to be set point for the Saints now. And it looked kind of like the Saints got a break on that one. As Rivetta over the top. Coronado pushed over the top by Ballesteros. Point for the Saints. 2 touches, and the Saints will take set number 2, 25-20. We'll take a break. Be back with your third set here in a moment. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the Old Blue Saints Network and KSAT.com. And welcome back. Set number 3 about to get underway here. Maldonado, Marquez, Esparza, Ketchens, Beffer, and Rivera on for the Saints. Combs, Flores, Elridge, Sneed, and service error there by De Hoya, and Laughlin the other. So 1-0 Saints lead here. So Ketchens the serve here. Ballesteros in at the net. Over the top. De Hoya sets over, pushed up by Combs, and a whistle. And a violation there on Beffer. And we're tied at 1. As Reyes with the serve. Over Marquez. Beffer pushes back. Rivera, 2 touches by Beffer. So 2-1 now. Schreiner with the lead. Back up there. And punched over by De Hoya with the fist. Going to be a point for the Saints as she carried it over, they said. And we're tied at 2. So Natalie Fazio would come in. Beffer will come out. Rivera to serve. Rivera over. Punched up there by Flores and by Reyes. Upped over by Sneed. De Hoya pushes over to Laughlin. Fazio over the top. Set up again there, pushed. Got a punched over the top there by Coronado. Back in comes Maldonado at the fingertips of Sneed. De Hoya back, Coronado. Pushing back, nobody there, point for Schreiner. 3-2 lead now for the Mountaineers here in set number 3. Saints a .312 attack percentage in game number 2. Schreiner an .026. So now for the game, the Saints with a .195 and Schreiner .024. Flores sets up. Over the top, Laughlin will send it long. And the unforced error and the lead. Actually going to be tied at 3 here. Flores. Back, Maldonado. Rivera pushes back for Maldonado. Off the fingertips there, kept alive De Hoya. Set up Flores, over to Laughlin, into the net, point for the Saints. As Laughlin sent it into the net. Saints take a 4-3 lead. Journey Dimas to serve. Nice serve over the top. Kept alive by Flores. Laughlin, Rivera, Ballesteros now. Fazio. De Hoya sneaks it over the top. Pushes back again. Up it goes. Rivera pushes around. Ballesteros blocked at the net by Cassiano. Esparza sends it back, kept alive by Reyes. Could have let that one go. Back around Laughlin, blocked by Ballesteros. And again, De Hoya. Another monster point here coming as Ballesteros over. Kept alive by Flores. De Hoya back, and that's going to be sent long and wide there by Schreiner. By Coronado. And 5-3 lead for the Saints. Goes back around, over there, pushed back. Up and over, Ballesteros. Back. Across. Marquez. Rivera. Up and over. Push across there, push along the side. Marquez now back. Dimas sends it over. As Reyes, Marquez, push back. Fazio's going to go long. Okay, 5-4 the lead here for the Saints. For the Saints. Rivera. Fazio. Blown up there by Cassiano and Laughlin. And so it should be 5-5 the score. Up there at the net. Cassiano just punches that one back again. Ballesteros pushes it back. Reyes. All the way across now over to Laughlin and not able to dig that one up. And we're going to check on the score here because the table's wrong, we think. It should be 6-5 Schreider. Hold on a second. We're going to double check as the timeout's going to be called there. They have it 8-4. I believe the score is wrong. So we're going to see what's up here. As we have the score at 6-5 Schreider. Well, we'll see about that. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the Olu Saints Network and KSAT.com. All right, welcome back. Somehow the official scorekeeper and us, or the DAC stats keepers and us, have a completely different score than the table. But we'll see. 8-4 the score they have it right now for Schreider. Their largest lead. Popped up there by Olivetis. Laughlin blocked at the net by Ballesteros. Back again over. Marquez. Esparza. Rivera will just send it over the top. They're going to let it go. And now it's going to be 9-4. Point over and service error on Schreider. That'll be their fourth. And the Saints back to within 4. Schreider with a 5-point advantage. Largest lead by either team was a moment ago by Schreider. So Marquez to serve here for the Saints. As the serve is up and over nice as Flores digging it up. They're at the net and pushed over by Rivera. Reyes. Olivetis back around over to Soteo, and it's up and over. Soteo with her 9th kill of the match. As Combs checks in, Reyes comes out, Laughlin serves. Just across there as Kitchens blocking error by Cassiano. And Kitchens with the kill on the Saints. Now trailing by 4. Kitchens picks up her 5th kill now. Anissa Thomas back in now. She will get into this match here in the 3rd set. Averaging over 10 assists a set. Sets that one up for Ketchens. Ketchens pushes it back. That's a nice job there by Laughlin. And that's going to go into the net by Sotelo. And a point for the Saints, back to within 3 now. That's Anissa Thomas. Up and over. Pushed around over to Combs, and a blocking error by Rivetta and Ketchens. And a 4-point lead at 11-7 now. Sneed will check in. Flores to serve, the libero. On the top. And a whistle. And they did not rotate this Schreiner. And a point for the Saints. The Saints trail by 3 now. As the Schreiner coach. Erica Henry trying to figure out what was going on there, but they failed to rotate. So the point for the Saints now. Esparza to serve. On the top there, Flores. Laughlin. Soteo. That for back, around over to Rivetta. And Rivetta points. And the violation from Schreiner, and a timeout called by Schreiner. Their 5-point lead is now down to 2. 11-9, Saints trail, set number 3, up 2-0. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the Olu Saints Network, KSAT.com. And welcome back. Saints trailing 11-9 here in set number 3. They are up 2-0 on the Mountaineers out of Schreiner University in Kerrville. NCAA Division III Schreiner. Saints 11-2 all time against the Mountaineers. Olivetis there, Sneed put it, and that's going to be pushed over. Point for the Saints. As jousting there at the net with Rivetta and Ketchens with Sneed, and Sneed will push it away. And the Saints back to within 1 now. As Esparza. Combs, Olivetis. And that's kept alive, dug up by Marquez, pushed back by Beffer. And snuck again, Marquez. Ketchens. And didn't get enough under that one. And the lead goes to Schreiner. And Schreiner will take a 12-10 lead here. De Hoya. Beffer. Ketchens. Right into De Hoya. Just a good job of getting back over with Schreiner. De Hoya again to Combs. Combs sends it long. Point Saints. The Saints back to within 1. So Sadie Ballesteros checks in. Kalani Ketchens to serve. Ketchens serves over. Laughlin, De Hoya, Combs over the top. Punched up by Esparza. Ketchens now puts it up. Maldonado sending it over the top. De Hoya sneaks it back, but right to Beffer. Ketchens now around Rivetta. Rivetta blocked back down. Blown up at the net. There by Coronado. And Sneed. And back to a 2-point lead for Schreiner at 13-11. As Reyes' serve is over. Beffer pushes over. Ballesteros back. Flores. As Coronado sends it back, and it's going to find its way inside the line there. And a 3-point advantage now for Schreiner at 14-11. Reyes to serve. Open over. Marquez. Beffer will set back to Rivetta, and Rivetta got way too much on that one. And again, pulling out to a nice little lead here, 4 for Schreiner here in this third set, trying to force a fourth set. Just around now, Maldonado. Flores. De Hoya. Back as Coronado sends it over. Marquez. Maldonado off the fingertips there of Coronado. And that's going to be 2 touches there on Reyes. As the Saints will draw back to within 3 now. Fazio will check back in. Anissa Rivetta will be serving. Fazio at the net with Ballesteros and Maldonado. De Hoya pushes all the way over to Laughlin. Marquez there. Rivetta keeps it up. Maldonado. De Hoya. Laughlin switched hands at the last minute, went with the left hand and didn't get it over, and the Saints draw to within 2. Anissa Rivetta here for the serve. Sends it back, kept alive by Flores. De Hoya. Coronado. Marquez, nice job to dig that. Fazio over the top there. De Hoya pushes back. Coronado again into the net point. As Coronado went straight into the tape there and just bounced right back. And the Saints back to within 1 on the unforced error. Rivetta over. Set up there. Coronado pushes it. Nicely kept alive by Marquez. Maldonado off the fingertips of Sneed. Flores tried to get there. So did Laughlin. And we're tied at 15. 4 in a row for the Saints now. Anissa Rivetta. With the serve over. Reyes received it. Back around Laughlin. Laughlin finds it in on the line. And point for Schreiner. It's now 16-15. Mountaineer lead. So Flores will send it up and over. Marquez. Anissa Rivetta across to Sadie Ballesteros and down for Sadie. Ballesteros with her 9th kill of the match. So Dimas in to serve. Up and over. Pushed aside there by Coronado. Rivetta back. Ballesteros kept alive on the dig there by Reyes. De Hoya back over to Laughlin, and Laughlin finds some magic and hits the corner. And it's 17-16, a 1-point advantage now. Olivares to serve here. Received there from Maldonado. Ballesteros puts it over the top. Olivares just shoots it back. Marquez. Fazio doing her best. Gets over there and can't get there. And so a 2-point advantage now for Schreiner. Olivares. Marquez with the reception. Set up now. Ballesteros back again. Fazio. Rivetta. Olivares around over to Laughlin. Blown up at the net. The block party. for Ballesteros and Fazio. And the Saints back to within one. So Alyssa Marquez to serve here. Saints trailing by one here in set number 3. Saints trying to close them out. Schreiner wants a fourth set. Flores with the reception. Olivetis back around over to Laughlin. Dug up by Maldonado. Rivera round over to Esparza. Flores and Olivetis with a nice job of sneaking that one over. And that'll give a 2-point lead again for Schreiner. Combs will check in as Reyes will come out, as Laughlin will serve. So a red card. So a red card given, I believe, the coach from Matera. So it's going to be a point added to Schreiner. It's now 20-17. So Rivera around. Don't know what the argument was. And there, Kitchens puts it down. And the Saints back to within 2. So I don't know why the red card. Didn't see any type of argument. Didn't know what the argument was. So Anissa Thomas now to serve. Thomas over. Nice job by Flores over the top. Thomas sets up Kitchens, and Kitchens puts it down. Back-to-back kills for Kalani Kitchens, as she now has 7 kills in the match. The Saints back to within 1. Thomas serves again, over. Olivetis across, over to Combs. And Combs nicely dug up by Esparza. Marquez looks back down over 2. Sotelo puts it down. Taken away from the fantastic dig from Esparza. So 21-19, 2-point lead now for Schreiner. As Cassiano to serve. So Cassiano sends it back. Marquez, Beffer, Rivera over the top there. Laughlin. Laughlin will send it into the net. Unforced error. Point Saints. 21-20. Esparza now up to serve. And rested by Flores, but Laughlin keeps it alive. Sotelo puts it over. Beffer sets across. Maldonado cupped in the air by Flores. A beautiful dig, though. And now Combs sends it back. Look! Point Saints, we're tied at 21. 21 all. Saints have scored 4 of the last 5. Esparza over. Olivetis over to Combs. Combs dug up by Marquez. Beffer now. Maldonado sends it back right into Laughlin. Olivetis sets back. Combs over the top and not able to dig that one up. Marquez 22-21 now the score in favor of Schreiner. De Hoya will check in. Coronado comes out. Sotelo comes out. So does Olivetis. Back it goes. It's going to be a service ace. Maldonado took a gamble and didn't get it there, so a 2-point lead. Timeout Saints. 23-21 trailing here in the third set. Up 2 sets to nothing. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the Olu Saints Network, ksat.com. welcome back. Saints trailing 23-21. They trail 23-21 in set number 1. And we're able to overcome it. Can they do it again here? De Hoya to serve. Over the top of the net. Beffer. Maldonado sent back down. Set point for Schreiner. Saints trail by 3. Set point here coming for Schreiner. Beffer to Maldonado over the top. De Hoya now, Flores. Combs over the top, Marquez. Beffer sets up Ketchens. Ketchens at the net, puts it down. And that is kill number 6 for Ketchens. Ketchens the serves the Saints back to within 2. Still set point. Second set point here for Schreiner. Push back there, push to the back there. Kept alive by Ketchens for a moment, but over the head of Esparza, and we're going to set number 4. We'll take a break. Saints drop that one 25-22, lead 2 sets to 1. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the Olu Saints Network and KSAT.com. And welcome back. Maybe Gymnasium here on the beautiful campus of Our Lady of the Lake University on the west side of San Antonio. Set number 4 about to get underway. Saints a 0 attack percentage in that third set. Schreiner 143. Saints now 133 on the match, and Schreiner 061. Schreiner tops on kills now, 34-31 now in the match. De Hoya, as a little mix-up as Laughlin came in there, took that away from Coronado, which was a good job because it goes down a point for Schreiner. 2-1, Saints lead. Win this, we're over. If not, if Schreiner takes it, we go to a fifth set. We'll be first to 15. Win by 2. Beffer. Rivetta pushes back in, going to be long. And 2-0 Schreiner here to start it off in set number 4. Push back now. Rivetta not able to keep it alive. And that's 11 kills now for Anissa Rivetta. As Fazio will check in, Rivetta to serve. Up and over. De Hoya back around. Laughlin will get it down in front of Marquez. It's 3-1 now, Schreiner. So Cassiano will come in, and Sneed will serve now for Schreiner. Rivetta pushes all the way over to Ballesteros. Kept alive, Marquez off the block of the net by Coronado. Coronado digs it up there. Laughlin around, and just over the net there's Rivetta. Sends it back. Back around. Esparza dug up again. De Hoya, and Sneed will send it back. Rivetta, Ballesteros into the face of Sneed, or into the hands of Sneed. Guarding the face there, and a point for the Saints. It's now 3-2. Ballesteros now double figures in kills with 10. Came in with 109, now has 119 on the season. Pushed across. Nicely dug up. Marquez now. Rivetta. Back over to Reyes. Reyes sends it back. Marquez. And can't get back there is Dimas. And 4-2. Schreiner with a 2-point advantage. Dimas comes out. Maldonado comes in. Coming out is De Hoya. And in is Sotelo. As they're... the official now double checking the rotation. So now Coronado to serve. Coronado over. Reception there from Maldonado. And Ballesteros. Ballesteros and Rivera both with 11 kills now, leading the Saints. And Laughlin, the leader on the side of Schreiner with 11. Coronado sets up. Cassiano kept alive. Esparza. Rivetta. Ketchens back. Reyes there. Coronado. Laughlin to send it over. Kept up Maldonado. Rivetta. Back Ketchens. Ketchens mishits it. And the unforced error. And it's 5-3 now in favor of Schreiner. Laughlin over. Marquez, Rivetta, Ketchens. Dug up by Laughlin. Combs pushes it back right to Marquez. Rivetta sets up Ketchens. Ketchens puts it down. 7 kills now for Kalani Ketchens. And the Saints with 35 for the match. So Anissa Thomas is in the serve again. As Matera easing her back in to gameplay. As Combs blocked to the net by Ketchens. And 2 touches and point for the Saints, and we're tied at 5. Thomas here. The junior. Sends it into the net. Service error. And that is 11 for the Saints, and the first one in a while. So Flota's here to serve with the lead for Schreiner. Nice serve, Beffer. And 2 touches. I believe that's like the 4th time Beffer's been called on that. And a 2-point advantage here for Schreiner at 7-5. And a service error for Schreiner. And that is the 5th for Schreiner and the 2nd for Flores. So Esparza's serve is over. Laughlin. Coronado sets up over to Sotelo. Beffer. 2 touches again. And back to a 2-point lead for Schreiner. So De Hoya to serve for the Mountaineers. Beffer. Rivetta over and right into Coronado. Couldn't react in time. As Rivetta now 12 kills. So Kalani Ketchins the serve. Ketchins 7 kills, 3 digs now, and that's Coronado over. Beffer back around. Maldonado dug up by Laughlin. De Hoya. Laughlin again will send it into the net. Unforced error. We're tied at 8. So Ketchins here to serve again. Serve over, and a service ace for Ketchins. And that'll be the 3rd service ace for the Saints tonight. Ketchins serves again, back over to Flores. De Hoya, back around over to Combs, and Combs will find the line. And we're tied at 9. As Reyes back to serve now. Reyes over. Marquez. Beffer sets up Rivetta. Rivetta's going to go long. And the lead back to Schreiner at 10-9. And again over. Marquez. Beffer across over to Ballesteros. Ballesteros puts it down. 12 kills for Ballesteros. Her and Rivetta, who's about to serve, have combined for 24 kills here in this match. And Rivetta into the net. And that is 12 service errors tonight. And that will give Schreiner the lead right back. As Snead puts it over. Snuck over by Rivetta. And we're tied. And that's 13 now for Rivetta. And we're tied at 11. Journey Demas to serve. Demas serve is back, and it's going to go long. And that's 13 service errors now tonight. 12-11 now the lead for Schreiner. Rivetta sneaks it over again this time. No, they're not ready for it. As a little collision between Coronado and Flores, and the point for the Saints. We're tied at 12. And that's 14 kills now for Nisa Rivetta. Reyes, Sotelo, Maldonado, Rivetta sets up Ketchins. Ketchins puts it down. So it is a season high for Ravenna in kills here tonight with 14. Marquez puts it over. Flores pushed down over the top by Esparza. Back, Fazio. Fazio off with the fingertips of Laughlin. And the Saints with a 2-point lead. And a timeout, Strider will take it as well. You're watching Saints Volleyball, the Olu Saints Network at KSAT.com. And welcome back. And a correction. As Anissa Ravetta's season and career high was 16 against Texas Wesleyan on August 31st. She's 2 away from tying that year with 14 kills. Renato back over to Sotelo. Sotelo will put it down in front of Maldonado. And that is going to be her 10th kill. As Laughlin sets to serve. Up and over. Ravetta sets up Ketchens. Ketchens off the block in air from Sotelo, and she's got 9 kills. And the Saints now have 42. Push under the air. Back and over. Thomas for Ketchens, and Ketchens puts it down. She's got 10. The junior from San Antonio now with 10 kills. And Combs there, kept alive there. Thomas over to Rivera, off of Combs. 15 kills for Rivera, 1 away from tying her career high. So Anissa Thomas. Over the top, and that's going to get it down for Sotelo. 11 kills for Sotelo. So 17-14, Saints lead is at 3 here. Here in set number 4 is Flores to serve. Over the top, Maldonado. Beffer sets up Ravetta, and Ravetta goes wide. And it's 17-15 on the unforced error from Anissa Ravetta. So Flores to serve here. Schreiner drilling the Saints by 2. Maldonado. Beffer to Ravetta. Ravetta back, kept alive there by Laughlin. Coronado and Combs over the top. Beffer. Maldonado, or Marquez now, as Beffer would just send it over the top. Flores. Coronado. Sotelo's going to go wide, out point Saints on the unforced error. And the lead is 3 at 18-15. So the serve now coming for Esparza. Combs. Coronado. Back Sotelo. Sotelo puts it down. And that's 12 kills now for Sotelo. And that'll bring De Hoya in to serve. So De Hoya is going to be service errors that went over the antenna first. And that will be the 6th service error on Schreider. (19-15) Ketchens there. De Hoya back around Combs. Kept alive Esparza as Beffer takes a shot to the face by Rivera, but the ball goes over. Combs blocked at the net, blocking error point. Schreider. As Beffer took a shot to the face from Anissa Rivera. That seems to be okay here. So Reyes the serve. Schreider trailing by 2. Marquez. Beffer sets up Ballesteros. Ballesteros puts it down. City Ballesteros, 13 kills now for Ballesteros. As Natalie Fazio and Ballesteros now 1 kill of her career record of tied. And not able to get it over, point. 4 touches, and the Saints take a 4-point lead. We'll take a timeout as well. Saints lead 21-17, up 2 sets to 1. You're watching Saints Volleyball on the Olu Saints Network and KSAT.com. And welcome back to Maybe Gymnasium. Sadie Ballesteros and Anissa Rivera both 1 kill away from tying their career highs. Both have combined for 28 kills tonight. The rest of the Saints have combined for 17. So the freshman and the senior stepping up big here against Schreider. Rivera over. Flores. De Hoya around over to Laughlin. Rivera sets up Maldonado, and that's going to be point as it went into the net. The unforced error of the point. As back to within 3 now, Schreider. As Sneed to serve. Over the top, Marquez. Fazio sets up Ballesteros. Ballesteros, Reyes keeps it alive now. Laughlin over. Rivera sets up Ballesteros. And again, kept alive by De Hoya, and goes over the net. Ballesteros not getting a clean hit on it. And back to within 2 now, or is Schreider. Sneed. Into the net, service error. 7 now for Schreider. And the Saints lead by 3 as Demas is in. Demas to serve. Over the top. De Hoya back over Laughlin. Kept up by Esparza. Rivera sets up. Esparza actually there. Laughlin back and in between Marquez and Demas. Maldonado will come in for Demas. And the Saints lead is at 2, 22-20. Coronado to serve here. Schreider trying to force a 5th set. Over the top there, Marquez. Rivera sets up Ballesteros. And ties a career high with 14 kills. Is Ballesteros. Ballesteros will come out. Marquez comes in. Marquez's serve. Coronado sets up. Soteo. Rivera sets Fazio. Sent back of the net. Rivera again. Catchins. And that'll go long and point for Schreider. 23-21 now the score. So Laughlin the serve. Combs will come in. Reyes comes out for Schreider. Maldonado. Rivera sets up Catchins. Push back again now. Combs. Blown up in the net by Catchins. Flores gets it over. Rivera sets up Catchins over the top. Kept alive. Solano, the joust won by Catchins. Kalani Catchins wins the joust. And it's now match point for the Saints. As Anissa Thomas over. First up. Rivera. Over. Blown up at the net. Goes down. And that's a Casiano. Puts that one there. It's a 2-point lead. Still match point for the Saints here. Flores set the serve. Beffer in for the Saints. Marquez. Beffer pushes across Rivera, and that's back again. At the net over, mistouching it. Just putting it over now. Beffer sets up Catchins. Catchins puts it down. 12 kills, Kalani Catchins, and that'll do it. Saints win it 25-22. Takes it 3 sets to 1. Winning the first set 25-23. Taking the second 25-20. Losing the third 25-22. And then winning that last one 25-22. What a match for the senior out of El Paso, Anissa Rivera, who finishes the match with 15 kills, a 135 attack percentage, 22 assists, as well as an ace tonight for the Saints, and 2 digs. Behind her, the fab freshman Sadie Ballesteros also tonight with 14 kills, tying her career high with a 343 attack percentage for the freshman. Saints get the win, go to 14-3 on the season. Be back in action again coming up against the University of the Southwest. That'll be on the 17th. The next Thursday, make sure you come out to Maybe Gymnasium. It's 6 p.m. start time. If not, you can join us on Stretch Internet, Twitter, Facebook Live, and ksad.com as well. So, for everybody here, for Patience Oakpay, Lena Wilson, Mike Thompson saying so long, everybody. We'll see you next time.